This was by far my biggest mistake in my 20s. I stayed still for too long, which got me stuck in my own head, in planning, in thoughts. The only thing I was missing was the action. Imagine right now, you're in the center of a maze. You've been in a maze before, maybe, hopefully. And you've got two options. Option A, you can just give it a go. You've got 60 minutes now to try and get yourself free. So you can do it through trial and error. Or option B, you can come up with a strategy and plan it out. Which option are you going to take? Hopefully plan A, right? Why? Why plan A? Because it's going to require some action for you to get out of that maze. So why is it when in life we think we need more planning, more thinking? Now, I'm not saying planning and thinking things through is a bad idea. It's not. But don't get that mixed up with taking action when it's not. So through my 20s, I thought creating another new plan was action. It's not. You're just delaying the inevitable. Why? Most of the time out of fear. Fear because if you take this action, you might look a bit stupid, you might fail, you might fall flat on your face. Go back into the maze now. Taking action, you know what to do in your life next. You know the next step. I'm not saying you have the next 5, 10 years figured out. Who does? Who knows what's promised tomorrow? We don't. But the one thing you can do, you can probably see the first entry of the maze. Imagine it now. You can see that first opening point. That's where you start. And are you going to smoothly get out? Probably not. It would be very fluky if you did. But you're going to hit a wall here and there. You're going to fail. You're going to think, I need to completely change direction. That's life. And there's two types of people in the world, and I've been the thinker for far too long, whereas now I'm more of a doer. Because it's in the action that life is happening. That's where the magic happens. And I think, even thinking it through about the maze analogy, it's like we're all looking for our own sense of freedom. And I think to get there, you've got to be able to know exactly who you are. You've got to know the life that you want to build and create. And then it's up to you to build that life. I'm not saying don't have a plan. I'm not saying don't at least have a think about it. My point is this though, don't spend, like me, years where you spend too much time planning and not enough on the action. Because I found in my life, in the action is where the growth happens. It's where you figure things out. It's where you try something and it doesn't work. It's where you know and figure out who you are and what you're made of. You'll never get that by sitting behind your laptop planning the next steps. It's going to require you to get out there and take action. So perhaps you don't need another plan. What you actually need to do is just take action. Whether that's looking at your own life and being honest about where you are right now and thinking, what's the next best step? That's it. Don't do this. I added so much pressure onto myself because I was stuck in my head for too long. Just do all you can each and every day and then rest knowing that you've done that. And I think along the lines of everything that I'm doing right now, like if I look back and see how everything's mapped out, it makes perfect sense. But at the time, I've been through so many moments where I'm panicking. I don't have a clue how things are going to work out. Finally, now I'm 30. I know exactly who I am. I know exactly what I want to do with my life, which is a beautiful thing. And I want that for you too. So I do have a free 7-day reset that will help you with that. Links in my bio. So you can start there. But my thing, I've worked with hundreds of clients. And yeah, transforming your physique is cool. Brilliant. But what I found through working with so many different people, the key is to know exactly who you are. Once you know exactly who you are, you can then go out and create your dream life. You can serve the world with the gifts that are embedded in you. And to me, that's worth taking action on. And I think before I figured that out, I was obviously doing personal training and different things, but the best way I could say it, my heart wasn't in it. So I think sometimes the planning and the thinking through was also a way of figuring things out. So I'm not fully against the planning and thinking, but the real magic does lie in the action. And that's how you'll find out who you truly are and also what you want to do with your life.